Okay. This is DH50. I am about to record game 4, or match 4 of the Steam Showdown tournament. I'm apparently up against Garren Windspear, who I've played before. He's a really good player. I don't remember what he's playing. I think it's like blue-red something. I looked at his deck like before the tournament actually began, but I haven't looked at it actually for this matchup, just because my deck's bad and not great. It's not so competitive. So, hopefully I'll be able to start a game in a minute, I believe. Alright, so yeah, my deck is bad. As soon as this tournament is over, I will be deleting this and never playing an enchantment deck ever again. Maybe not in my entire life, because this deck is horrific. I tried a couple of the enchantment deck variations that some people have posted on NGA. Probably better than mine, but I basically had the same experience. Pretty good on like random Steam. They're decent on just like random Steam matchups, but I suspect they would play out very much the same in terms of this particular matchup. Like if I were to bring one of those decks to this tournament, they would just not be great. Why? Because they're just not great. They aren't really competitive against the like fast or huge threat decks. I can't imagine that it's going to be competitive against this prowess deck, assuming that's what Garren is running. But in any case, I do think that Garren is a good player. I'm sure he will probably beat me. I've had like sort of atrocious luck with this deck, but at the same time, like I've been up against decks that have all been like much better than mine. I don't know very much about Garren's deck. Lunar Force is a card that I was like, ooh, that card is so cool, but that card is garbage. It was like kind of fun to play. This is a deck that would have been like alright had I been able to craft a deck around it. I don't know why I didn't take that land. I should have, obviously. Oh well. Misplays, but misplays don't really matter. My deck is garbage. Oh boy, I get to counter something. Yay. Now I get to bring it back with the worst card in the world. Or do I? Do I get Sigil of the Empty Throne? Or Obnixilis, except I don't think I have a second black, so maybe not Obnixilis. Oh dear. Nobody likes you. That card seems good. I don't know, I guess it's 4 mana, so maybe it's not actually that good. I'm just gonna get Lunar Force back and use Blessed Alliance on that thing. I don't know what kind of removal blue-red has for enchantments, but I can't think of anything outside of Disperse and the zombie card. The zombie card I've been playing for days on with my Dimir zombie deck, and I can't even remember the card. Why must you kill the Ironmancer? That's fair, I actually like the fact that the Ironmancer was killed. Ironmancer is an obnoxious creature. Why? Because it retrieves auras, and auras are terrible. Maybe this is my deck's one good matchup. I guess there's suspense here. deck's one good matchup. How embarrassing that I can have one good matchup. I'll tell you what my deck is terrible against. It's Mill. So bad against Mill. That was one of my games. Was against Mill. I think there were only 2 Mill decks at the tournament, but I had the good fortune to play against one. Now my Dimir deck that I have been playing, Dimir Emerge, it's not really about zombies, but that Dimir deck that I've been playing, that deck crushes Mill. That's the deck I wish I brought to this tournament. Maybe not great, but oh, that's so fun to play. So much more fun to play than this deck. It also requires like a brain. This deck doesn't really require a brain, it just requires like playing bad cards. So there's that. Ooh, Collective Defiance. It's a good card. Half the time when I'm playing online, I feel like my opponent uses Collective Defiance to what am I doing? Oh yeah, I forgot I have this card. I'm just going to take those cards out. Half the time when I'm playing online, my opponent uses Collective Defiance to cause me to discard my hand, which is weird. But it happens. Well, this is a game where it looks like I have a commanding position, so that's nice. I believe I am currently winless with this deck in this tournament. Like all my matches have been quick O2s. This, I don't want to get my hopes up, but maybe? I doubt it. Maybe. Probably not. Let's face it. Could use Tragic Arrogance to kill that thing, I guess. That thing is certainly terrifying. Could just use Ob to kill that thing, though. That thing is terrifying. It's like I spoke too soon. Deck failing me, huh? What do I have in here? I guess. Ooh, Lunar Force. I guess I could do that and bring my guy back. Yeah. I think I'll do that, but thanks, game, for trying to really tap that blue mana. You're doing me a solid there. Or should I? Maybe I'll just give him that back. No, Lunar Force, because it creates a creature and he has to cast a spell just to get through it, so it's very unlikely that he'll remove the creature. In any case, if you're watching this video, I don't know why you would watch this video, because I can't imagine these games are that good, and this is the down 3 matchup, although maybe Garren's lost. Ooh, yeah, that was... Oh wait, no. Yeah. Another slip through space. I had not considered that card. Plus he gets the prowess trigger anyway. Yeah, we're gonna trade here. Weird, despite having Sigil on the board, I've done almost no damage. So that's what we're about here. Doing no damage. Do damage to myself, tap my only blue mana, do all of that. Yeah, I'll take that. kill the Aromancer too. I hate the Aromancer. So I should swing in with that. It's like generally a pretty solid rule to like never swing in with open mana, but you know, it only has one card. It feels like to me like you maybe would have killed that Aromancer already. This makes that easier. Wow, so anybody who has the displeasure of watching, oh great, oh yeah, that was real gem of a play on my part. Okay. Anybody who has the displeasure of watching this, you are seeing this deck at its absolute best, which is not that great. In any case, I think I got pretty lucky from this game. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah. I think I've been pretty lucky so far. I wish I could close this out a little bit faster and stop being such a moron about how to play this game, but so we'll just kill that thing. I get a creature. Which is okay with me, because it means I get to retrieve the suppression bonds from the graveyard if he gets a new creature. So that part's nice. Okay, so I have lethal on the board. Oh, maybe I don't. Ooh, that can't be countered. Good job. That's a nice play. Now you can bring in a new creature. Thought I had lethal on the board, but then I was tragically arrogant. Let's see if I can actually pull this off this time. Ooh, there we go, except not tap my only black mana and my blue mana. What is your problem, game? Well, that last time was my own mistake. I was just being a moron, but... Obviously, I have to remove those. Anyway. Maybe not. Did I do it? Did I pull off a single game win in this entire tournament? I did. Oh, wow. My fortune has turned around. Okay. Ooh, I won a game. Yay. Alright. Invited. Yes. Over enchanted. I'm still deleting this deck. Win or loss. In any case, when I was testing this deck, you know, I mean, I didn't test it for very long before I started playing it, or before I actually entered it into the tournament. I wasn't actually going to enter the tournament, but I felt like it would be fun. I used to play in tournaments a while ago. I actually think the last time I played Garren was in the tournament. I don't know remember what happened in that, but so I think it was a long time ago. But when I was testing this deck, that was kind of how the games went online. Like, it was a little deceptive. Like, part of it was like just me being lucky, me hitting Lunar Force and then recycling that and just being really obnoxious. And I was like, ooh, this is so cool. And it was actually really pretty bad. So I do hope I lose these next two games, because the fact that I won a game is like, hooray, I guess, but at the same time, this deck sucks. In any case, I am going to do the turn 3 Lunar Force for reasons unknown. Still, well, him hitting that, he still gets a to draw a card off of that, so that part's pretty cool. I guess I could just imprison him. Yeah, I don't really want him drawing a second card there. And if it's a prowess deck, I seriously doubt he has planeswalkers other than maybe Chandra. Probably Chandra. Oh, joy. Joy, joy, joy. So I could imprison that one too. Just be like, this tragic arrogance in my hand is only to remind me of how stupid I was to put it in this deck. I actually kind of like that. Okay. You get that too. I just feel like in order to compete, like prowess creates just massive bursts of damage, and he's got a full hand. I don't want that. Oh, I certainly don't want that. Goodness. Goodness. I'm gonna lose the game this turn. That's nice. That's nice too. Oh, you know what's not nice? The fact that I don't have a second black. Again, me misplaying for days. Yeah, I feel like right about now is when he does 1,000 points of damage to me. 1,000 points. Which, let's face it, I deserve it. Oh yeah, yeah, you just did 8, and now he's going to do 5 more. So I don't think I was necessarily wrong to imprison those. I think I'd be dead a little faster. So maybe I was wrong because, like, why not? Why should I, you know, it's like, why should I try to hasten my own death? That seems absurd to me. You know, the faster I lose, then the faster this game is over, right? So, seems like I should have just been like, not playing any cards and I'm going to discard Tragic Arrogance. But, yeah, I still have to try to win. Not that I will be successful in that endeavor. Still gotta try. Little bit too late for you, huh, buddy? So, could just waste the autumn answer and just be like, hey, I got a blocker. If you got to slip through space, you won the game. Or did you? Yeah, honestly, because frankly, if you have a slip through space or a galvanic blast, you deserve to win. And also, even if you don't, you still deserve to win, Mr. Windspear. There you go. I think Garren Windspear is perhaps the most creative poster on NGA. I really appreciate the way he writes. So it was an honor to lose to you, sir. Let's hope I lose the next game. We'll wait for the invite. Invite. Okay. Oh, there. bugged out. Alright, we're waiting. Excellent. Okay, invite has come. Alright, so I believe I have, 3 more games before the nightmare of this deck is over. So I either win or lose this game, and then I'll have 2 more games in match 5, and I doubt it will go more than 2. So, and then deck, you shall be history. Yeah, I'll take it, even though it's slow, because why not? I think I said earlier when I was recording some games with this deck in one of the earlier matches that basically every opening draw is almost equally viable with this deck because none of them are viable. So mulliganing, it's like what determines a mulligan? Do I have 1 land? I'll mulligan over that. Do I have 0 land? I'll mulligan over that. Do I have 2 land? It's probably good. Looks like all of his creatures are 3 toughness, which means I can't kill them with dead weight. It makes me so sad. Still gonna do that. That's a Vanquish I'm making, but that does his work for him. Ooh, look at that. That also does his work for him. I'm guessing that I'm about to lose this game. Look at me. Look at me with my terrible plays. We can't let that stay on the table with a power stack. It would be an instant loss. That's a good draw. Let's get another white mana. Here I go damaging myself again. That's a good draw. And I need a 5, so. Interesting. Is that your tragic arrogance? So you can use Blessed Alliance to kill that, or Ob to kill that. Yeah, maybe not. We shall see. had to use tragic arrogance on those people because they just murder planeswalkers, so. Well, that's not great. That was handy. Thank you, Odd. Honestly, if you take Odd, that would be crazy. Alright, well, if I survived so that I can untap, I think I'm in good shape. If we've got a haste, I think I'm in terrible shape. So far, it looks like I'm getting pretty lucky. I'm not gonna pump Ob up anymore. I think I have a good board position, and I mean, how is he gonna beat me? He's gonna beat me by me killing myself and getting within burn range. It's maybe a bad strategy, but like I said earlier, I don't actually care. So there's that. That was a solid call right there. That was a solid call right there. But Displacement Wave is a card I've never really played. Never seen it played to like great effect, but Mr. Windspear just did it to great effect. Now I can get it back. And I shall. Shields up. And here I am. What did I do? Oh, nothing. Here I am just not upping on because direct damage, I guess. It's probably stupid. I have such a commanding board position right now, but then again, direct damage, so. Alright, I think I won. I did. Oh my gosh, I won a match. That is just Lucky. Well played, Garren Windspear. Sorry my deck beat you, but I just got 2 sets of very good draws, and I guess that's that. But I won my second game. Hooray. Okay, I'm going to stop recording now. So if you've watched this, I don't know why, given that this was probably the down 3 match, given that I was 0-3. But if you did enjoy it, then more power to you. I would encourage you to look at the other videos on my site. The Demir Emerge number 5 in particular, and number 3 has like some pretty awesome games in it. So, and number 4 is actually alright too. But you know, I would check those out. What you just saw here, probably not so awesome, but you know, more power to you. I love watching magic videos from other people, so I understand why you might watch it. Goodbye.